this episode of Horse Shelter Heroes.
So Dora has a potential adopter. The adopter asked that we do a riding evaluation on her.
Today we have some potential adopters that are interested in Mystic and Dane.
So I got a phone call late afternoon yesterday, and they voted unanimously on their team to give Horse Plus a free replacement tablet for our radiograph equipment.
The other day, one of our staff members found this sweet little box turtle in a dumpster.
It's so cute. What did you do at work today? Traced duck feet.
You don't want to miss a single second of Shelter Heroes.
Today is the first day of our beginner animal control classes. So we have animal control officers here in training Monday through Wednesday this week, and we're so excited to be able to offer them the opportunity to get more training on how to do their jobs better. And this week is our adoption event. We have small animals and large animals all looking for homes, and we can't wait to see them find their forever homes.
It is a beautiful Monday morning here at Plus Humane Society, and we are a smidge short-staffed. Thankfully, Haley and Macy, even though they're on our media team, they are always welcome to come out and help us muck stalls. So they have volunteered themselves to come help me muck out stalls this morning, and I'm so grateful. It is really nice here at Horse Plus that we have people that do designated jobs, but then everyone else is able to also help do those jobs, which is very nice.
So we just got done scooping out a lot of the poop from the vet stalls, and we're on our way to dump them and then clean up all the puppies that are in the vet stalls.
We have an adopter here to pick up Cece and I think it's Ramo. Ramo has to go into surgery today, so he's just picking up Cece, and tomorrow he'll pick up Ramo officially.
Is that doggy?
I see a doggy.
Cece! Cece, you found love. You found love, found love.
The adopter just left with Cece, and later on today they will be adopting her brother Ramo as well. He is currently getting neutered, that's why he didn't adopt him right now. But we look forward to seeing updates with them and to see how they progress and grow.
So we have horse surrenders today. There's a total of 4 horses, but today 2 are being surrendered, and tomorrow another 2 will be surrendered. So we had a surrender. There's a surrender of 4 horses. 2 of them came today. 2 of them will come tomorrow. These horses are some beautiful horses, and hopefully we can find them their forever homes.
The other day, one of our staff members found this sweet little box turtle in a dumpster. So here at Horse Plus, the plus in our name is for animals like this sweet turtle. She is a female, and we're gonna get her all the good greens and fruits, and she's gonna stay happily here until we figure out what to do. Probably we're gonna reach out to a wildlife rehabilitation center or something like that. So when these box turtles are picked up off the road, they can't just go anywhere. They stay in a 1-mile radius of their home. Sometimes that includes near a road. So a lot of people will find them on the side of the road, take them home, and just let them go in their backyard, and then they will walk and starve themselves trying to find their home. So we're gonna have to find a good, happy place for this turtle.
So I got a phone call late afternoon yesterday from Jackie. She's on the executive team at Sound, and they voted unanimously on their team to give Horse Plus a free replacement tablet for our radiograph equipment, which is incredible. It's thousands of dollars worth of equipment. They were awesome. They also are upholding a warranty that wasn't theirs. So their company purchased the company that sold Horse Plus their radiograph equipment. So Jackie, you went above and beyond. We're so incredibly grateful. I literally was like speechless and in tears. It takes a lot to make me speechless. We're so thankful. Our next buyout day is like 2 weeks away, and we've got more than 20 horses that are backed up on Radiograph. So it's set to show up between 10 and 12 today, and Dr. Gina and I have already made our priority rad rechecks, and hopefully we have some horses that have people interested in them, and we just need those images before we can clear them for adoption. So hopefully we'll have a bunch of animals go find their new home. So Jackie and Sound, thank you guys so much. I've worked with Sound for more than 10 years at my last job, and they were incredible. So the other company that they bought hasn't been so great, and I'm super thankful for their customer service and for their follow-up. And they really didn't need to do that. They comped everything. They comped our diagnostics fee, the shipping charges, and the cost of replacement for the whole tablet. So thank you.
So our culture came back on Dolly, and it was negative for aerobic and anaerobic bacteria, which is good. Sending off cultures like that are the gold standard when you have swollen hocks, when you're worried about sepsis or septic arthropathies. But there is a caveat that 50% of the horses are not diagnosed through those cultures because the bacteria likes to sequester back into the lining of the joint, the synovium. But we're hopeful that that's not her case, that it was just a swelling that went away and she'll be fine. But we really need radiographs to confirm that she doesn't have any lesions in that joint. And sometimes even radiographs don't show that. You'd have to do an arthroscopic view with a camera, which we don't really have that at our facility. But we're positive that she's trending in the right direction because her swelling has gone down. She hasn't had a fever recur, but she does kind of wax and wane. So we think we're getting there, but I don't want to say we're out of the woods just yet because I don't want to disappoint anybody in the event that something else happens, but we're hoping that she's on the up and up.
I'm pulling out Snowball for his adoption. Hi, baby. Don't you see why I named him that?
Oh.
So the adopter just left. The appointment went great. There was a couple hiccups with the system, but all in all, Snowball got adopted, and now he's off to his forever home.
Today we have some potential adopters that are interested in Mystic and Dane. So we're hoping that today they'll possibly get adopted and go to a good home. Oh, this is Dane, our Mustang here. So we are hoping to either get him or Mystic adopted.
Oh yeah, she's sweet. There you go, baby.
Who have you decided on today?
Both of them.
She has decided on Mystic and Dane. So they are both going to be going to their good homes.
Put her right next to Dane.
Awesome, awesome.
So we found out about Horse Plus through YouTube. I love your videos and I love what you're doing here. It's amazing. It really is. You're saving so many lives and you're helping so many horses, and you had my heart, and I had to adopt a horse from here.
So we ended up adopting Mystic and Dane, and they're both incredibly sweet.
Our experience here has been amazing. We showed up super early and everybody was very kind, even though we showed up at lunchtime. And everyone was very nice, very helpful. Haley showed us so many horses, and then we took 2 of them to the round pen, and we really took time to get to know them, and it was a great experience. definitely recommend anyone to come to Horse Plus and adopt a horse. And there's a really cute one named Sprite. He wouldn't let me have 3.
There's a whole lot of amazing horses here, and it's a great mission. It's a fantastic thing. You should absolutely do it.
So we are very excited to announce that Dane and Mystic have been adopted, and they are officially leaving Horse Plus tomorrow to their great home.
So Dora has a potential adopter. The adopter asked that we do a riding evaluation on her because she would be used as a trail horse. Dora is a doll. We don't know if she's ever been ridden. Hopefully it goes well and Dr. Lydia is okay. So I think even if she's not broke to ride, she's gonna be sweet about it.
We have Dora here, and after some light riding, we decided that she's super sweet and we would feel totally comfortable putting little kids on her. So she's gonna be amazing, and we're in love.
So these 2 guys that we just put out here in the pasture with Andy are included from the surrender from yesterday. So we just got them out here and settled, and then we're gonna do the same with the other 2 here shortly, and then we'll see how everything goes.
At Horse Plus Humane Society, our goal and mission is to save as many horses as possible out of the slaughter pipeline. Through our buyout program, we are intercepting horses before they even get to the auction. Our goal is to rescue as many horses as we can, bringing them to our organization and letting our expert veterinarians evaluate them to determine what each horse needs as an individual. We help as many as we can, even if they need the last act of kindness, because we believe that every horse is deserving of kindness and medical care and treatment. When horses come here to Horse Plus Humane Society, we're able to tell their stories and transform their lives. But none of it would be possible without support from people just like yourself. So please make a donation right now. The horses are counting on us, and we are counting on you.
So today we have some potential adopters today from Wisconsin. So I will be showing them Sersa because they are very interested in her. So we're hoping everything goes well and Sersa gets a new home.
Oh my God, the grandkids are gonna love her. They are gonna love her. She's perfect. She's absolutely perfect. Oh, I want to adopt Sersa. I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about Sersa. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's gonna be so loved. Oh my gosh. Come on, we go to Wisconsin. I'm so excited.
So our adopters today did end up picking Sersa. So she will be headed to Wisconsin to her amazing home with lots of little kids. So we are very excited that Sersa found her forever home.
More adopters have arrived.
So I understand you have questions about Huey. So Huey was an owner surrender. He has the calmest personality of any thoroughbred I've ever met, and he's only 5. So his body and his personality are like A+++. His feet are a hot mess. The owner surrendered him because they couldn't get adequate farrier care in their area.
That's where you would need to talk.
And he has active sole bruises. The good news is, we repeated radiographs yesterday, and we put some temporary epoxy glue-on shoes on him this morning. But he does have very thin soles. I don't know if you guys have had a thoroughbred before. I had a thoroughbred. They have crappy feet. They were bred for one purpose, and that's running fast. So prognosis for potential to be a very sound, amazing trail horse is there. His feet are going to need a lot of really proactive, like every 6-week farrier care.
Hi. You're beautiful. Horn pads, and there's not even enough hoof to nail a shoe on him.
So, are you wanting to adopt Huey today?
Yay! Oh,
Huey!
Awesome! Okay,
We're
come
so
on.
excited we broke the bell.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Huey just got adopted, and we are so happy for him. We will miss him. He was a very good boy, but he's going off to a great home, and they have a wonderful farrier, so hopefully they can help make him more comfortable with his feet, and we look forward to seeing updates.
So one of the yearling colts that we got in the last buyout went down. It got cast underneath the feeder. We're not sure how long it was stuck there. We know that it was within the last 2 hours, because Chandra was up here doing the rounds about 2 hours ago, and he was up and eating and doing well. And he went down, he got stuck, he couldn't get back up on his own. We believe his legs fell asleep, and he just needed a little bit of assistance getting up. We tried getting underneath of him and lifting him up, but his front legs were just not cooperating with him. So we got the sling up here. We had about 4 people on the sling. We were able to lift him up, get him steady, and then we were able to let him go. So we are in an animal control officer training class this week, and we had all of the participants from the animal control officer training come up to help get the horse up.
Apparently editing is not important anymore.
The belly got broken.
As we can tell.
John!
I'm good.
This is why John's on the media team, not the construction team.
Okay, so I'm about to go get Ramo for his adoption appointment.
Two days ago, we adopted Cece, and Cece was a lonely doggy pants. So we decided to get Ramo, which is the sibling, so that they can, be friends and add each other on Facebook. And then hopefully Cece will warm up to me and we'll all be a happy family.
So now they're gonna go home, and Ramo's gonna get to reunite with his sister Cece, who got adopted 2 days ago, and he's also gonna get to meet Bobo, who Pascal adopted a couple months ago. And we look forward to seeing updates on their progress and how they're doing.
Today we have some potential adopters, and they are interested in our big draft horse Dora and one of our other horses Jethro. So we're hoping that both end up going together to a forever good home.
He's gorgeous. How you feeling, Zeb?
Oh yeah, that's what he.
You gonna take sister girl home?
So Dora is going to be adopted today.
So some of y'all may be wondering why Sundance on last week's episode was labeled as Jethro getting adopted. And we had a whole bunch of adoptions that week, so a little bit of confusion happened, but Jethro actually is the next one getting adopted.
I'm going with Jethro. part.
You just love me. I know you love me because I love you.
Gonna decide on Andy?
Look at those feet.
Yes, yeah, we want Andy.
Want Andy? Okay, they are adopting Andy too.
So are we taking Andy too?
We're coming back to get Andy. Andy's too large.
Too big for our trailer.
So we're gonna come back.
Jethro's back.
Hi, I'm Temperance, and I came to Horse Plus to find a personal horse for myself. In April, I came here and I adopted Vanessa, and Vanessa's doing extremely well with us in New Market, Alabama. But I wanted someone that I could ride, someone that I could really bond with, so I came back today. And after doing further research, just learning more about the horse, I came and I decided to take Jethro home. So Jethro's coming home for me. He's gonna be my personal horse.
And I came here with Temperance a couple of months ago and she adopted a horse. And the horse is doing really well to the farm. So she showed me some more horses that they had. And I like, oh, it's a nice horse for my husband. So I got my husband a horse today. And I also got me a horse today. So that was a plus. So he's too big to take home. So I'm gonna come back and pick him up soon as possible. But we are so happy with these horses. So we just don't know what to say.
We're so grateful for Horse Plus, and we're getting ready for our horse show next month. So these horses are gonna fit in just fine for what we need them for. Thanks, Horse Plus.
Thank you, Horse Plus.
So here at Horse Plus, we have a lovely gift shop. Things that are bought in our gift shop are used as donations to help us save more horses. Here are a few things we have. Having a long day at work, we have Horse Plus cups. You feel cold? We've got a Horse Plus hoodie just for you. Want to show your love for Horse Plus? We have t-shirts with our logos. You just bought a mug? Well, we've got a sticker to go on it too. Here on site, we have so many more things for you to buy and look at, but we also have an online store where we offer a wide variety of different things. Stickers, we've got all kinds of t-shirts. You love dogs and cats, we've got stuff for that. Horses, galore. Every dollar spent buying these amazing things goes towards our horses here at Horse Plus Humane Society. We greatly appreciate your support, and we look forward to seeing you wearing one of our t-shirts. So the vet team have collectively decided that for the rest of our day, we are going to go up to quarantine and do some radiographs on some of our most recent buyout horses. Sadly, during last buyout, we did not have our radiograph equipment, so we were unable to make diagnostic decisions on some horses because we weren't able to do x-rays. So today we will be going through quite a long list of horses in need of radiographs, and we may have to say goodbye to some of them if anyone's in pain and or is suffering, so we can alleviate that for them.
So this is Artemis. He is our 6-year-old beautiful boy. We are gonna do radiographs on his right front pastern and fetlock because of that weird swelling. So we just wanna make sure it's nothing super catastrophic bony and maybe just more soft tissue. So that way we know which way to gear our treatment and his prognosis. So if you want to get closer to see these images of Artemis, since we finally got back our lovely radiograph tablet, we can finally take images. So this is a lateral of his right front. We were wondering what was going on underneath all that swelling. And he has a lot of this bone remodeling, and we were like, oh, maybe it was an old fracture. And then we take this view, and it definitely was at one point, but it's already started to remodel and heal itself down. And he seems pretty stable. He doesn't like it to be super manipulated, but if he can ankylose down this joint and be non-painful and rideable, we don't see why he couldn't have a long life. Eventually, he probably will have to have arthritis medicine and care like that, but right now he seems perfectly fine and healthy except for just a little bit of swelling. But we need to do a further lameness evaluation with flexions and all that kind of stuff to see how he's doing, but just at a walk, he's great. So we have Branwen, for whoever named her, I'm sorry if I butchered that, up to do radiographs on her face and to do her lameness evaluation because she seemed a little off in the hind. And her left side of her jaw looks a little funky on palpation, so we're going to take radiographs of it to see if there's anything super abnormal or worrisome about it before we take her out and do her lameness evaluation. So we just got done looking at Branwen's radiographs after her neurologic exam, and you always treat the patient, not the diagnostics, but she has extreme reaction on her wither palpations. She could just be reactive, but she does have a few little like on her radiographs. That's a technical term. So we would like to have her evaluated with an appropriate rider under saddle to see if the pain is truly there, and then make a call based on that, or if she's just being reactive today.
This is little baby Guinness. Earlier today, our staff found him down up in quarantine. Dr. Gina and I were doing small animal surgeries and we couldn't leave our patients on the table. So our husbandry staff responded and they were able to get him up on his feet, but you can see he's pretty ill, thrifty, and he's young. I think he's the youngest one of this group. So we're gonna do a complete exam, pull some blood and run some in-house blood work to see if he has an infection going on or something else like that. He could just be too young to have been separated from his mom. We're not really sure what's going on, but we'll try to get some answers.
You guys, you gotta come hear this heart murmur.
That is a raging heart murmur. So instead of a second heart sound, it just goes lub. So he has no adult teeth. So he's under a year of age. Just based on how he looks, I would put him at like 6, 7 months. We just took a look at little Guinness, who was down earlier today. His physical exam showed he was a little bit dehydrated, but not terribly dehydrated. We did pull blood. We're gonna go run a CBC in chemistry here at our hospital right now. My biggest concern is that he had a severe heart murmur. So normally we just hear two sounds, kind of lub-dub. And in him, we heard lub, swoosh, just like a loud sucking sound. So Dr. Gina mentioned some differentials that could be congenital. We don't know exactly how old he is, but I'm very concerned about his heart. We can have some abnormal heart sounds from electrolyte imbalances or severe dehydration. So we're gonna do more searching and try to find out what's going on with this little guy. I'm hopeful that maybe it's something that we can correct. But if he has a major congenital problem like a hole in his heart or something like that, our team isn't gonna be able to tackle that. So hopefully we get good answers.
So we are finished up here in quarantine for the day because we need to go down and run Guinness's blood work to make sure we're not missing anything super important to treat him for. But we got through 3 sets of radiographs on horses up here that really needed them once our radiograph equipment came back in. So we're gonna go and interpret those radiographs and do this blood work, and we'll be done up in quarantine for the day. Okay, so we just got Guinness's blood work back. His CBC is relatively unremarkable. He has fairly below normal platelets, but everything else looks fine. His chemistry has some abnormalities. He has low sodium, high CK, which is a muscle enzyme, and then his albumins are low, which is a protein and that the liver makes, and his globulins are high. So it looks like muscle damage, some signs of prolonged exhaustion, like the sodium could be from sweating until he didn't have enough to sweat anymore. And then BU in his kidney. So if he's dehydrated and his kidneys are trying to work harder, that could be why that's elevated. But Dr. Lydia and I will look at it tomorrow and see if she thinks the same thing that I do. But that's what I see based on his chemistry and CBC.
We're very, very happy to be back from our very long trip. The horses traveled well. They're very happy to be out. The trailer is well as we're happy to be out of the truck. So one of the horses here will be in the adoption program. Shakana, the Palomino, he will be a resident at our facility in hopes that his owner is going to get healthy and he can go back home. So there's a program we can work out with our donors and supporters where that is an option. So yeah, very happy to be back.
So we are in the equine treatment room dealing with Quackers today. We're going to attempt to make a prosthetic flipper for him, but first we want to take some radiographs once he's nice and relaxed from the benzodiazepine that Dr. Lydia gave him to make sure that there's nothing more nefarious going on with his foot. And once we do that, then we're going to make him a prosthetic flipper so he can hopefully have a nice life like a duck would normally have when he has both feet.
Well, step one, we need to take radiographs to make sure that we don't have evidence of active bone infection. So that's a really important part. We don't want him to be painful. So once we have the radiographs and we know what's going on inside the foot, then we're gonna use this. This is a skin-safe molding rubber. This was recommended to us by a human prosthetics specialist. So we're gonna basically paint this on to Quacker's foot in several layers and then let it cure. And so we'll have basically like a little sock that's an exact replica of his foot. And once we have that little sock, we'll use that to combine with a little flipper. This was also recommended by the prosthetist. He can walk okay with his little nub, but he can only swim in a little circle. So he needs a swimmy foot that he can put on. I hope it works. There are a lot of other ducks out there that have had successful prosthetics. Actually, you can buy a duck prosthetic on Etsy. So that's my backup plan if this doesn't work, is we'll ask somebody who's made one before, but I'm hopeful. Okay, so this is the normal side, and you can see everything looks normal. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bones on this lateral side, and then we have 3 on the middle, and 4 in the middle, 3 on the medial side. So that is normal. And here we've got only 2.5 of the 5 on the lateral side, and then we've kind of got nothing on these 2 in the middle. So our biggest concern with Quackers is if this area of non-union bone is causing pain or is unstable, which we won't know until we take some serial radiographs. But I think fitting him with a really soft silicone boot and giving him more water time isn't gonna hurt anything. So we're gonna go ahead with the plan. So I vote we give it 5 minutes and then we do another whole layer. Basically, we're replicating his foot so we can figure out how to build a foot out of the flipper and attach it. We should be about 12 minutes from being able to remove. Yeah, so our goal is to basically make him a new foot. So using his other foot as a template, just in a very non-scientific manner. It's so cute. What did you do at work today? Traced duck feet.
So this is a little mold that we got of Quacker's foot that we're going to use to make his prosthesis, and this way the inside that actually goes against his foot will be comfortable and actually fitted specifically to him. The next step will be to actually put the mold material into this and then shape it and then use this cute little flipper to make the rest of it. But it went well, and he's back in his stall.
It's my first day back in what seems like a very long time, but I just wanted to go over a little bit of the schedule and also apologize to our viewers because we weren't able to get all the information out there as quickly as I like with the buyout program. So we did the buyout the week of the 20th through the 23rd, and then the very next week was our mentoring program. And then the very next week I headed to Colorado to do donor relations and help with some horses out there, and I just got back today. So priority for me is to be able to update you all on the horses that we have rescued, because we will be doing another buyout soon. We are a little understaffed for the amount of animals that we're getting, and our focus is the animals. So I do apologize for not getting that information out, but the wonderful vets and I are going to head up to quarantine and give you all an in-depth, as much as possible, update on these horses. And do know, like, there have been videos along this entire time these horses have come in, so you'll have to watch the episodes to really track and follow these horses' stories, but we want to give you an update about what's going on with these horses that are behind me. All right, so we are here in our 10-acre quarantine pasture with a couple of the horses, and I have the wonderful veterinarian ladies here to kind of give a update, because I have not been here. Like I said, we did the rescue and the buyout, and I've been on the road since then. So we want to update you all so you know what's been happening with the horse. Now let's be nice. What's been happening with the horses and where we're out at before coming up to the next buyout.
I don't know exact numbers because day by day things have been really busy. Everybody out here in the 10-acre falls into the category of pretty low body condition score, had a dental float and or additional diagnostics. So these guys have all received full intake. Some of them we have some concerns about. Certainly they're all very thin, but these guys are all doing well. And then we have Q1, Q2, Q3, and then 3 separate areas in long holding and quarantine, and then another quarantine. So we have a bunch of horses in a bunch of different places. We took in
56, 57?
Yes. And a lot of those were young, like under a year old.
15 or so.
Unfortunately, we've lost 3 of those babies. We had 2 emergencies over the weekend that Dr. Gina handled, she can tell you about. And then we had one yesterday that's just been really failing to thrive. We gave him some treatments yesterday. He had a grade 6 heart murmur. And so he unfortunately went down and wasn't able to get back up. So we're hoping to get some answers from him. We're going to do some diagnostics. But overall, I'm cautiously optimistic. We have a lot of horses that have some pathology radiographically, but that seem to be sound and comfortable. So we're really hoping that we can get a lot of these wonderful animals into adoptive homes soon.
What are some other things? And people can watch the weekly episode. Yeah. Like, it might not be information coming out, you know, the next day or, you know, all this stuff, but like the weekly episodes are like a week late, but you do get that information in the weekly episodes.
I think we have a lot of positives. Yeah. We had a ton of adoptions over the last 2 weeks. I know that's not specific to this buyout group of horses, but it's so satisfying to see animals that you fought really hard for get adopted into great homes. So that's really fun. We did a ton of small animal surgeries, and all of the animals that we operated on have been adopted, or some of them are transferred at other facilities. So that's really exciting. And then it's really, really rewarding to see some of these older guys come in and rapidly gain weight.
Yeah.
We didn't have our radiograph equipment at the last intake, and so we had some horses that, Artemis is one. Mm-hmm. We were really concerned. His radiographs look pretty severe, but he's comfortable and sound, and it looks like the joint is going to arthrodese, and he might even be rideable. So it's always really nice to have a good surprise.
I'm short
when you see those diagnostics.
So overall, I think it's been a very similar buyout. I think the first day coming in, there was 20 horses, I believe, that needed the last act of kindness.
It was a rough day.
It was a very rough day. And then after that, all the other euthanasias, they've been documented. You can watch them in the episodes. And
a lot of fractures.
Yeah, just a lot of really rough situations. But overall, these horses are doing great. They'll be in our adoption program soon, and we're gearing up to rescue more horses in the next buyout. So I hope you've enjoyed this update, and know that sometimes we are so incredibly busy that we're not able to spend a day just typing information up to put on the internet for you. But if you'd like to donate, and we'll get a person to do that more. But the horses come first, and they're all doing great. And we're really, really so grateful to all our staff and our amazing veterinarian team, and for keeping all this documented, and all these animals that come in needing such a huge amount of help. Like, it's not just a little bit, it's huge. So
yeah, it's a lot.
We're very grateful. And so thank you so much for your support.
I'm glad I have a front seat to you growing up on